You can't raise taxes, so you have to cut programs. And we have certain requirements when it comes to paying for the state's portion of federal programs when it comes to Medicare and Medicaid that you can't really cut, or you lose the federal money that's associated with the programs. So the places that you can cut are, education and social programs. So the schools will lose money, and the social safety nets that are in place to help people when the economy's down would lose money. And he pointed out that if we as Connecticut people elect someone whose primary source of fixing Connecticut's big fiscal hole is to cut spending, you're going to be hurting yourself.
Right.
You're going to be hurting somebody in your family. Somewhere in your family relies on programs that will lose out, and your family will lose out as a result.
Right. And right, you cut your throat in a number of ways. I don't have kids. It's in my best interest to have a well-educated citizenry, whether or not I'm raising children.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be the basis for job creation.
Right. It strengthens the economy. I participate in the economy.
Yeah.
I'm safer around more educated people.
Yes.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've certainly heard that before, that people, it's sort of a knee-jerk gut reaction. Well, I don't have kids, so why should I pay for schools and stuff?
Right.
And it's like, it's insane.
Yeah, because the uneducated person with a gun is going to shoot you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, come on, It just boggles the mind that anybody out there could not see that.
Better educated people are
it's-
more productive and happier. I mean,
Yeah.
There's a reason the phrase, however the phrase exactly is, but public good or public welfare is used so often in legal documents because there is a demonstrable public good. Just because you don't have kids, just because maybe you walk to work and you don't have a car, doesn't mean that spending money on infrastructure or spending money on education or spending money on XYZ doesn't benefit the public overall. You're not going to have businesses come in if they can't get decent roads and parking lots. Well,
Right. Businesses
don't come in, you don't generate jobs, which may affect you. You don't improve the economy, et cetera, et cetera. There's domino effects. It's not that short. It's a case of not seeing the forest for the trees.
Sure.
right.
Anyway, so.
But before it turns into a giant politics show,
Yeah, I know. I know.
so easily could.
Yeah. So anyway, so we were, and let me apologize for the fact that we were not on last week. That was my fault because of the move. There was just no way I could do it. And, it was just, everything was a mess, and I was just so busy I couldn't do it, and so I kind of screwed everybody up. But anyway, so that was my fault, and I apologize. Which is why, if you watched last week, you saw a rerun. Sorry. But
it was a rerun for True Colors, which was Friday and Saturday, and I really hope some of you got to go to it.
Yeah.
And if you did, call in and tell us what you thought of it.
yeah.
So you went though.
For Friday, yeah, we
Yeah.
actually we went on Friday, and then Friday night and Saturday we moved.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were so limited as to the amount of time we had. It was too bad because, I would have liked to have spent a lot more time there. But
Yeah,
but with the move going on, it was coming down to the wire, and it was just no way we could do it.
it's a trade-off.
But anyway, we also did we did a panel recently at UConn.
Yep, in Samantha Gomes'
Um,
class.
Yeah,
Right.
we did that. That was great, and we have one coming up on Friday.
Yep.
I will be at that one. I'm taking the day off
Good,
from work.
good. That's going to be Friday morning. We're doing a panel for Jill Esplin's nursing students,
Yep.
which is
Graduate
going
nursing students.
to be very cool.
And the following week we have the coffee shop.
Yep, coffee house. Yeah, and that's the big news. Yes, the Rainbow Center Coffee House will be March 26th at the UConn Rainbow Center in the Student Union from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's open to the public. If you want to come, ask us questions, talk to us. We're gonna be there for 4 hours. It's going to be an hour-long meet and greet, and then we're going to sit down and do a panel, and then there's going to be a coffee and mingle session from 9 to 10.
It should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to
It
it.
should be a lot of fun, and I think the Rainbow Center is going to be doing some advertising for it, so it ought to be a pretty
Yes.
good size panel.
And we need to get them some information. I know it's been tough.
Stacy's giving me her info.
I didn't know if you'd like. I was going to ask if I needed to send it again, but okay.
Yeah. I know, and
I'm just making her feel bad.
yeah, I need to apologize to Florida King because
Yes.
it's just my computer's been disconnected and everything, and
It's been really crazy the last couple weeks pulling it all
yeah.
together.
So tonight I will work on the my bio and all that, and I'll try to get some stuff off to Floretta in the morning,
Okay.
so that we can actually make this happen. But yeah, so we've been doing a lot of stuff up at UConn. UConn is such a cool place. I love UConn, and we're gonna be up there frequently, I hope.
Yeah.
And if I'm really good, maybe matriculation. But
It's possible.
it's possible. See if I can get them to let me in. Oh, come on, please.
Well, if you're there often enough,
They'll think, oh, yeah.
you just start going to classes.
They'll eventually issue you an ID.
Eventually, yeah. I can see that.
It's just a question of whether you want to get the diploma at the end or not.
Yeah. So, but anyway, been wanting to get up there more. It's a cool place. I like UConn. Although it's cold up there.
Actually, to step back a minute, one of the things that when we were at True Colors, it turns out that one of my high school classmates is now a diversity counselor from New York, and he was doing a 2-hour panel on ways to combat that's so gay kinds of comments in school,
Yeah.
that kind of stereotyping, that kind of negative connotation stuff. He did a double session panel on that, and he was directing or producing the play Xanadont as part of the closing ceremonies. And I didn't get a chance to actually connect with him, but it was really wild to all of a sudden just sort of run into, or saw his name in there. It says native of Newington, and when I knew him in high school, he definitely set the guys off. The guys did not like him. And he definitely liked the drama classes, and he was very openly picked on because he had a effeminate nature in high school. He was quiet and he was sensitive, and the girls liked to hang around with him, and he dressed nice and he spoke well, and and he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
And he got picked on intensely for it, and
yeah.
it was
It
those
was my
those
high
kinds of those kinds of examples. When you're standing around and you see him being picked on, you basically go, "I don't want that. I'm going to keep my mouth shut and hide and deny who I am because
Yeah.
I don't want to suffer what he's suffering."
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting.
Well, and if you hadn't, then you'd have been picked on, and then we would have been trained to do it anyway,
Yeah.
to hide anyway. So
Yeah.
I speak from experience.
It's a funny thing, isn't it, that we those are all good traits, aren't they? Dress nice, speak nice.
Yeah.
He was a good student. He was a good
Girls
kid.
like you. It's like, wait a minute, what's wrong with all that? And well, that's a good reason to pick on him.
In high school, there was some question as to whether he liked girls.
Yeah, I know. I get that, but it just seems funny, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's
And
crazy.
It's so nice to be going to high schools nowadays and meeting kids from high school where the vast majority of them, this is a non-issue.
Yeah. Yeah, we certainly saw a lot of them at True Colors, and a very diverse crowd. It was cool. Yeah.
I told you.
It really was. A lot of very interesting and exactly diverse people, and friendly and nice, and going around hugging people and stuff. It's cool.
Standing out on the sidewalk shouting, "Free hugs!"
Yeah. Mama hugged me.
Mama was there to hug you.